Birds that fly higher burn out quicker. Your opinions spread over the internet. A vote, on the other hand, is harder to count on. Net worth, nest egg, grows while you're out in it. Butterflies battered by traffic act frantic. A plane shoots out of the clouds in a line. Surveys designed to pass your time over secretly screen servers for extra credit. So then, go to the zoo and watch them pace and sit. My hair's dry and you've walked the dog twice, so come with. What kind of habitat fits the space an animal can cover in a minute or two? This old pink octopus entertains my cat for hours. I watch TV, its slow flashing washing me into sleep at the end of evening. This is as regular as growing up talking to God. Seagulls and church bells adjust the radio as ranging fuzzy phrases move around the room, its calendar far flung in meandering clarinet narrative. Golden opening for a future, the sky descends, meets the earth at sea level, fish the population out of an icy hole. Hours of wondering. Afternoon catnap, clouds make silver plains. Old standards come into play. It may be something you've heard before. All spiders spin webs weekly, even every day. God will protect me if I do the right thing. It's always been that way. Tobacco in the trash attracts rats. 3D tree. Blue jay on its way out of the scene. Do it by the date it's due. Is that a bird or a cricket in the thicket? Homes hone a set of signals. Radio waves, bees play along. Cash returns after completely spent. A trust. Perfect reflection of the sun. Calling from the other side of the room feels like it's in my head. I'm humming to do it right, you can do it, baby. Do it tonight. I feel I should acquiesce. This is not a judgment call, just trying to reach a conclusion at the end of the line opposite the one you're on. Our shore turns over in its static. Tumbled commands called from conversation call for construction. Questions do not lead to any editing, only building. Larger than life-size images and surround sound. Clouds cube and crumble in summer storms. Reflected projections beyond the frames of rooms that promise and forgive debts. When you're in them, an entire balance is transferred. Blackouts. Energy bills skyrocket. Savvy solutions to make money off the elderly by falsifying a crisis. Phone calls are taped without knowledge, played back later. Water makes everything better. It's been proven. Do you know this flow that rises up from below, bringing that green onto the scene? Hilltops meet me halfway along the curve that comes back down. Big name grocers pirate lunch meat from livestock, collect eggs and arrange them on hay. Farm fish for gutted display. Break crusty bread with your fellow man. Lather on the oil, gold, and lead. Okay. Water. The second poem, well, part of poem I'm going to read is from a longer poem called Sky Record. Hole in the sky disappears, sealing us in. A bear on his back is a canoe with antlers. A bow tie behind lips beneath the rain splits, a pendant of arms reaching towards a heart. A wishbone is also an A. An H is also a K. Cut out heart with a highway through it grows, a jawbone. Urn of sky oil smokes, star spokes edge through. A tortoise carries everything old stone arrowheads point to. A buzzsaw of stars, an elephant snake, an Egyptian cat's little ears perk up. Rabbit slug and rabbit god. Hippo head, rhinoceros profile. Donkey dragon spitting bubbles. Kissing glands. Fish stapler. Panda embrace. Rooster fish ignores the bait, a broken heart. Boy fish spits out more forms. Some settle, some float. A T hides behind a Z. Jellyfish on its way over light. Above it, a large catfish hides, a stingray coming back the other way. A caterpillar with two tails after a spider. A big O with a little tail can also be a P. Pelican neck, his beak has a little bump. A mask of smoke looks into a mouth of sky. Long set of jaws with floating teeth. Alligator shadow. Each tooth is a storm. A skeptical duck turns into a dull snake. Fish with glasses riding the forehead of a tortoise, looking meaner, its stormy eyebrow. A sky's glances break up for the globe, sockets wait across the way, covered by the next encroaching face. A dinosaur with a huge molar tries to eat a piece of peat that crushes it. His eye, a small sun that escapes. By the next day, jawbone unhinged, chin and nose share space. A quick rip, and they're both vague. Large fern whose long roots are other ferns. A tulip, a 3, and an 8 make a bouquet. The reindeer brown bear is extinct. Its descendant, a mouse species, silent today. Sea sponges, radial spines, flower bed folded in, flower with a vein. Big old rabbit with its baby pig, way back behind a wall with a couple holes. Ferns shoot and blur into a sheet of blue. Snake with mustache sniffs some ash. Crossbow glides towards no target. Ship and shadow, submarine scatters its parts. 2 genders evolve. One leaves the other exposed. Very light bridge disappears. New pillar to nothing. Empty heart turns into a tooth. That's basically everything I saw in the sky in Ireland. And the last poem I'm going to read is actually a full poem. It's one of my shorter ones. It's 3 pages. And I realized the other day that it's highly influenced by Sylvia Plath's poem, Daddy. You guys know that poem? It's one of my favorites. And I kind of realized that I think I had it in the back of my head when I was working this one out. So this poem is called Features of a Father. The strength of a stomach warming up to war, when only one omen is needed to flee fear as far as more warnings. Implore glee to forget momentarily. Over the course of 9 months, shuffle cheeks and ears to a new strategic position. In the old country, it's cold enough to freeze memory in a slack and weathered face. Antacids pool and collect to dissolve anger, while way back, a reading of the entire set of encyclopedias is peddling associations with bitten tongues, loose connections, televisions, living room, antenna, roof, flag. Emotions orderly like rooms or colonies clinging to a coast shore of success. General storming the stars on his shoulder, some security in force for friendlies in foreign environs. Shells drop and covered ground, ensure the future is shot well. In a volume, the war is named for a number, obscuring an agenda agents cringe to bury in black stripes and files. A ship is just a shape for all our generalizations, shows a margin of safety as a population is exterminated. Anxiety by association. Collections accrue in households for those who concur, continue to take distant places by force. Some of us visit the homeland, view caves from a caravan 9 buses long. A school is built slowly, then the roof is taken off by the wind. The builder, an ancestor, leaves for America soon after. And where are we from? The answer is always unclear. His father didn't tell him. The pictures aren't helpful. They're only from 90 or so years ago. The same body, the same face, the same mind, in 2 genders and generations. Others with our name I considered gold, generous gifts from God to grow old with. Incrementally itinerant roads to illness, recessive traits like ignorance or irritability. Strong features force arresting glares facing forward, received by others who store them for later. Dimly register effects of rhetoric, successful evening banter from behind a large, smooth desk of disaster, and then the book deal, and then the saunter. Guess who lends an ending that harkens back to Exodus without including us in his radio rant? The loud smasher. It's not as simple as standing 2 full feet under him or more when he's on stage, but now he has his own show, and now his own channel. Feeling full or unwell at a significant dinner, his wife covered his face with a napkin, and it showed up in all the photos. What we do with weakness is erase it completely, as we estimate the effect of emotions on extreme emergencies, unforeseen and full of exigencies. One eye covered, then the other. We both need glasses molded from plastic and braces for big, unruly teeth. Farther in history, one sees a group of them in speculation over old parchment, getting older by the minute as the paint stretches, cracks, and flakes. A blurring of hands, the cheap labor hustles to complete our equations. Solutions in Act 5 rise. A tragedy after hope of freedom squandered due to dependence on repetition. We mirror each other, stack, and partner. One long page scrolls and proclaims the eyes on it profane. After all, he is a father. For all his faults, he fixed his sons in constellations of power as if in the actual flag of the nation. Both went on to become fathers themselves, one even of us all here in America, as if foretold by some all-knowing soul whose authority was all too apparent, especially in its transmission of itself into the future. Thank you all so much.